Hi, I'm A. Allen, and you're here with Streetwise live for the next 25 minutes. You're on CAN TV channel 21, streaming live at cantv.org/hotline. You can join the conversation by calling 312-777-38-1600. And I'm here with the program director, Amanda Jones.
Hi, Alan.
Welcome. Hey, Amanda, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. I know you won't be able to make it next week, so I'm kind of pressed to have you on the show because you have did a lot for Streetwise, and you're still doing a lot of things for Streetwise. And I just wanted to get the interview with you this month because this is Women's History Month, and we're talking about the cover today is Captain Marvel, and to my surprise, it was a woman.
Right,
and I believe the reason it came out this month is because this is Women's Month. And you being a lady and having such a pretty face, I wouldn't want it to go to waste this month, okay? And so therefore, I thought it would be very much appropriate to have you on the show today. And thank you for showing up. And as the director of programs, you're doing a lot of things. Could you just mention some of the things that you're doing with Streetwise now?
Yeah. Well, I work with the vendor program and our jobs program at Streetwise, and manage that, and I love working with the vendors. One of the things I also really like about my job is working with the international network of street papers. So we network with street papers all over the world and all over the country. And as we were talking about earlier, this summer I was able to visit 2 different street papers, Real Change in Seattle and Megaphone in Vancouver, which was really interesting to see how other papers were running their organizations and some of the new innovations they have.
Yeah.
One of the things we learned from Real Change was how they were using mobile pay, which we're definitely moving to a more cashless society. So we are trying to keep up with the times, and one of the things we learned from them and implemented at Streetwise was using Venmo.
Venmo.
Yeah, which is
Venmo, okay.
Just one of many things that we've sort of been learning from other organizations and taking back to our own. The other thing we started recently was the Vendor Advisory Board, which Alan, you and Donald are both a part of.
Yes.
So we're trying to make sure that vendors have a say in what's going on in the organization and providing feedback and helping each other. And any issues that vendors have, they can come to the Vendor Advisory Board meeting any Tuesday at noon.
Yes.
Or they can drop off their suggestions or any issues they're having. And Alan and the Vendor Advisory Board will go over them and follow up with vendors on whatever they need. So,
yes, and it's been very effective.
Yeah.
And so has Venmo.
Great.
Venmo is an effective way of paying for your magazine if you're a customer. And if you're a vendor, you need to learn more about Venmo because some customers like Venmo. A lot of customers do not like to spend cash. They do not even carry cash. And so Venmo is not like taking their credit card number or anything. It's like you putting in your identification number, your name, and they know your location, and excuse me, Amanda Jones will get the Venmo, and it'll be at the office when you get there. And I found it to be very effective because every time a customer purchases a magazine from me, the money do be at the office. So it's there for my convenience to either buy more magazines or to take the cash itself. Today I took the cash itself, but a lot of times I can just purchase magazines with the money that people purchase the magazines with, so that's very effective. And the advisory board, we met today and we solved a few issues and we went over some other issues. So it's basically putting the power back into the vendor's hand. If you have a problem, you don't have to go to staff, and staff don't have to try to work out the problem. We try to work it out at the advisory board meeting. And if you would like to be there, you're welcome to come, to the advisory board meeting, and we'll take a look at your problem in front of you, and this is where we sit down and go over the problem, with each other, and we discuss the problem, and we try to come up with a solution that will benefit everybody, including Streetwise and the vendor himself. So if you have a problem, if you're a vendor, you're out there, you have a problem with Panhandler, or you have a problem with the management, or you have a problem with another vendor at your location, all you have to do is place a letter in the anonymous letter, or either you can put your name on it, but you can place it in the box, designated box for the advisory board, and we will get it, and we will look into it, and we will do our best to resolve the situation. You know, so it's been effective, the trips that you have made to go out of town to look at other papers. As a matter of fact, you have another trip coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, oh yes. In June, I am going to the International Network of Street Paper has a conference every year, and I'll be going to Hanover, Germany this summer to meet with representatives from every street paper around the world. And so this is my first time going. I'm really excited. I'm really interested to see what a lot of other papers are doing and how they're innovating. We're looking at doing digital subscriptions and all the different kinds of new ideas, and so it's really great to learn from each other.
Yes, it is.
Support each other.
And that's with what we call INSPIRE. And INSPIRE stands for International Street Papers. And with the International Street Papers, we have over 100 papers. We have 34 different countries. We have 24 different languages. We have 9,300 different vendors in different countries who earn their income. 21,000 vendors earn an income a year, you know, from selling papers. You know, so it's a good way for a person to earn an honest living. You know, my philosophy is if you're too lazy to work, you're too scared to steal, then you don't want to be a panhandler, then Streetwise is the right thing for you. Okay? You're welcome aboard and come, and you will not only be a part of Chicago Streetwise, but you will be a part of this international network in which Amanda Jones has visited a lot and brought back a lot of the ideas. And I know that going to this international network of street papers, you will bring back a lot of ideas. You know, and when you get there, be sure and tell everyone I said hello.
I will.
Okay, so
Definitely will.
yeah, so Amanda wanted us to talk a little bit about the new uniforms. We're having an all vendors meeting also tomorrow. We're having pizza at the meeting. You know, so if you're a vendor, you out there and you channel surfing, remember the all vendors meeting is tomorrow. This is just a picture of one of our vendors. This is one of my favorite vendors. This is Russell Adams, and he has the uniform on.
Yeah.
Okay, this is part of the uniform.
Yeah, we were lucky to get an anonymous donation from someone who wanted to help Streetwise vendors get some uniforms and look professional and look the part for the job. So we were able to purchase these fleece.
A fleece?
Yeah.
Fleece is what I have on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you.
Okay, yeah, the fleece is what I have on here, showing Streetwise.
Yeah.
And this is what Russell has on here. And then she also have the hat.
Yeah.
This is the hat that Russell have on the hat. Russell got on the whole uniform.
My hat too.
Okay, yeah, put on your hat too. And so Streetwise is doing a lot of great things, okay? We're even dressing our vendors to look Streetwise, okay?
Yep.
Not only are we mentally equipped to be Streetwise because you're out there selling papers, okay? But Streetwise vendors come from all walks of life. I'm not gonna say that every Streetwise vendor have came in, you know, on a winning streak. We all didn't come in on a winning streak. Some of us came in on a low ebb, okay? Where some of us came in as panhandlers, but we didn't stay panhandlers, okay? And now we have something to offer. We have a street paper, and not only that, but we have a network, and we have people in our corner, like Amanda Jones, that's there to help us to better ourselves, okay? And most of the customers are there to help you to better yourself. If you're trying to get some help and trying to make an honest living, then I do think that Streetwise is the place for you. And like we say, going back to the uniform, we have Russell here. He have on the t-shirt. Okay.
What about the badge?
Oh yeah, the badge. Oh yeah, I got to mention we have a new badge. For all you old vendors out there with them old badges, come in and get your badge renewed. Of course you gotta buy some papers in order to get your badge renewed. But come to the all vendors meeting and have some pizza with us and let us talk about it. You know, talk about getting your wheels back to rolling. And so this is my new badge. This is a sample of my new badge. Okay, hey Alan, you see it's a closer picture plus.
Yeah, so we've got the new things that are going on here is the year is a lot bigger. So you're able to, if you see your vendor from across the street, you should be able to see that says this current year, 2019, and the pictures are also bigger too. So hopefully that's helpful for people
to identify
this, yeah,
because we have
authorized vendor.
Right, we have a lot of scammers out there. People that's been off the force and lost their location and not even authorized to sell. So look for the new badges. Please look for the new badges. And we want to talk about the cover story of Streetwise. So we have Captain Marvel, which is a wonderful movie. We have Captain Marvel, and we have Donald Morris here to talk about.
Right. Well, thanks for having me out.
Thank you so much, Amanda, for coming out. Thank you
Turn it over
for
to
coming
Donald
out.
now.
All right, Donald Morris, we're going to talk a little bit about Streetwise Captain Marvel. Donald Morris, he's a Stan Lee fan. Okay, he's a fan of Stan Lee, which is the writer of these Marvel characters, right?
Of course, Mr. Stan Lee is the creator and co-creator of all of these event-making characters. All of them make events. They not only save lives and help in different things and dealing with different problems that goes on in their multiverse. Marvel is controlled by a multiverse that has many different planets in it, and many different solar systems in it, and they have characters that deal with all of the different planets and all of the different systems. Captain Marvel has one that has power and a solar costume that goes from one universe to the other. She breathes in space. She's able to sustain her life. She also has the power to fly through the sun. And she not only can shoot bolts of lightning and sun power out of her hands, but she also has the power to levitate, should I say fly. She can fly with her legs and everything. It turns into like bolts of lightning, and she just flies all over the place.
Okay. Mr. Morris, I'd like to welcome you to the program. And then, first of all, I'd like to say, Mr. Morris is not only a Stan Lee specialist, but he's also a value vendor. Okay, this we're talking to the man that used to be the co-captain of the
Quality assurance team.
Quality assurance team. So he's been with Streetwise quite a while. How long have you been with Streetwise, Mr. Morris?
I've been with Streetwise since 2003, and my first year with Streetwise, we used to have a vendor director Greg Pritchett, and he taught me quite a few things and whatnot, and I learned a lot through Streetwise from other vendors. I didn't get all this myself, but I also had a big experience gap before this. I was 20 years with the Sun-Times and Tribune, so I was well aware with what to do with this magazine and what I had in my hand and what I was doing, and I politicked real good.
Okay, I see you're a real good talker. But not only that, but to be a good talker, that works to your advantage because you're a very good salesman. Your sales are like off the chart, you know, because he's one of our best salesmen, and he do try to work with new people. If you come in and you need help, you know, with Streetwise, we'll offer you help because if you come to orientation, we offer you 15 free magazines, okay? 15 free magazines, okay? Orientation is every Tuesday and Thursday. You can get 15 free magazines, okay? Come in at 10 o'clock, and you come early, you can get breakfast, okay? You can get sales training and receive a badge as a legal vendor, and you also receive 15 free magazines. But when all that is over with, okay, and you done got your free food, you done got your free magazine, you done got your free badge, then you done fell on your face and you don't know what to do. It's people like Morris here that'll help you out, because I have seen him do it myself, personally with my own eyes. So he's a good man to get to know when you come to Streetwise, okay? He's still a captain to me, okay? You could be Captain Marvel. We'll call you Captain Streetwise. How about that?
All right, I'll go along with that.
Okay.
What I do is I take a vendor, I put them on my corner, and I allow them 4 hours of self-help training and basically introducing themselves, getting to know people, getting used to different people and different attitudes and different things that's going on with others, because you have to listen first to find out where people are if you're going to be helpful to give any answers to their problems.
So those,
just like Captain Marvel, I have to listen.
So those are some extra sales tips that he just threw in for free, okay? But not only that, but this young man here is an artist, and this is some of the art that he started drawing, okay? And this is from the Captain Marvel. This is from Captain Marvel, and this is the Captain Marvel. This is actually a lady. this is actually a lady, okay? I didn't know Captain Marvel was a lady until I went to the theater, okay? And they did an interview of us you was there at the theater. They did an interview of us about the movie because we was a few of the first ones to see the movie in Chicago. So Dave Hamilton, which he'll be coming on the show a little later, he provided a way for us to go see Captain Marvel, and we went to see. What did you think of the movie?
What did I think of it? I thought of it just purely and simple. This is different than the Black Panther. It has nothing to do with the Incredible Hulk. And this woman has powers of her own. She's got her own style. And she's not afraid of her enemies, even if it's her brother or somebody else. So the bottom line is, that lets me know she has integrity, she has strength, and she's got something to work with, and she can teach people something.
Let me ask you something. Is this the first woman superhero that Stan Lee came up with?
No, there's other ones. There's the Black Phoenix. There's this about 12 or 13 of them.
There are other women.
He has a whole bunch of them.
But
Matter of fact,
this is the first one that I've seen in a movie. You know, I'm talking about. Okay, you have people like Superman. You have the Hulk. You have a lot of different actors that came out with these movies. But this is the first one I've seen.
this is Marvel's, should I say, kickoff version of like Wonder Woman. Except this is Marvel's Wonder Woman. And her name is Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, okay. Well, you know what? I thank you so much, Donna Morris, because you're always open to helping us out on the show, and you came on the show, and we really appreciate you coming out on the show, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now we're going to have Mr. David Hamilton to come in, and we want to hear what he has to say. Matter of fact, just move over here, thank you.
Yes, sir.
And so Dave will come in and talk to us more about Captain Marvel.
Nice.
Hey, Dave.
All right, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
How's it going?
It's going good. So far, so good.
Yeah.
So, Dave, first of all, I want to thank you for coming on the show. And second of all, I want to thank you for having us, providing a way for us to go see this movie, Captain Marvel, because it was very, very interesting to see them, not only a minority, but a female superhero.
Yeah,
you know,
it was exciting, wasn't it?
it was. It really was. It really was. You know, and from when we first got to the theater, you know, I looked at it, I was like, Captain Marvel, Captain, let me see what this guy look like, right? And so that's what I'm looking for. Let me see what this guy look like. And so, boom, the picture come up. It's a lady. I'm like, now that threw me for a spin altogether. I'm like, Captain Marvel is a lady?
Right.
And so I really had to see it, right?
Do you think it made much of a difference in the end? Like after you've seen the movie, like does it matter?
Okay.
Did it matter very much?
You know what? We was just talking, okay, I hate to interject this, but we was just talking about the basketball game with DePaul, okay? And how we went to the basketball game and DePaul women's won, okay? Now, did it make a difference whether it was men or women basketball team that we was cheering for? You know what? In the end, it didn't make a difference because it did get my adrenaline flowing watching the women play and then watching them win. So this was the same way. It got my adrenaline flowing, you know, to see her do what she did, right? And what she was doing in the movie as a female, and then her sidekick was a black man, right?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury, yeah.
Played by Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson. And then not only that, but they had Samuel L. Jackson looking, they called him de-aged.
Yeah.
And, okay, that's what you called it in the picture, de-aged. They made him look younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so I thought that was really good for minorities, this is the Women's History Month. And so it was good to have her on the cover, and it was good to see a movie with the women, okay? It was good to see DePaul win the championship, too.
That was another great thing we got to do through Streetwise, go to the DePaul championships.
See, Streetwise has
really
a lot of perks. Okay, if you're out there and you're channel surfing on that couch and you want to get some things done, get your wheels rolling, get up off that couch and come down to Streetwise, 4554 North Broadway, and come be a part of this. Okay, and like I say, it's not just Chicago. But we have people behind us like Dave Hamilton. He's given us a very excellent product. Dave put this together. He put the interviews together. He put the magazine together. And it's something really that people can take in and gather the information and be enlightened on it and enjoy it. You know, this is entertainment.
Could I just say this? It's a good way to fill up all your empty space and do something totally different. Come out and be diverse. Learn how to get along diversely.
And earn an honest living, okay?
Earn an honest living.
And not only that, become a customer. And we forgot to mention, well, I'm going to let Dave continue to talk about Captain Marvel. Because this was really a good movie, and I really appreciate him offering us the opportunity, because I never would have went to see it.
Really?
But I never would have went to see it on my own, you know?
Well, you know, the idea came because, you know, just like when we got to see Black Panther, and we got to see Black Klansman.
Yes.
So one of the vendors, her name is Tammy,
Okay.
was like, I want to see this movie because it's about, you know, female power, and, you know, she was really excited. And I was like, well, I think that we definitely should go do that. So we went as a group and got to see it. And, like, you know, a lot of media and stuff was, especially before the release of the movie, was making a big deal about how it's, you know, Marvel's first female solo film and all this stuff. And when we actually went to go see it, it was great to see it, obviously, but also they I felt like they weren't talking as much about Samuel L. Jackson's role in the movie, because he's definitely a co-star. Like, he's like definitely one of the main characters, and he's just as much of a hero in the film as Captain Marvel is. So to have such, you know, a female superhero and a black man superhero next to each other throughout the whole movie, I thought it was just a really powerful thing to see.
Yeah, it was. It really
So yeah,
was. Yeah.
I could see you dressing as Nick Fury, maybe for Halloween.
Yeah.
We'll get you an eye patch.
Okay. You know, I mean, it was a lot of good qualities and a lot of good points, because most of the superhero movies do have like a main theme that they're trying to get out to the children or the adults. And for me, you know, the guy kept telling her to control your emotions. Okay, and when he kept telling her to control your emotions, you know, we discussed it after the movie that for him to say that in so many ways was trying to control her.
Yeah.
Okay, and then in the end when she said, well, you know, she started thinking that I am human. Okay, and humans do have emotions. You know, and that's what makes us sensitive toward each other, is our emotion. And so when she came back down to earth and said she was human and she used them emotions to her advantage and she helped people, you know, and that's the main thing, you know, because they chose her to help somebody, right? She was one of the chosen few to help somebody. Yeah. And once you get your emotions under control, then you can help somebody else, right? I mean,
all the time. You can always say that Stan Lee's a master at situations. He'll put that superhero in a situation where he has to teach you a lesson, where he has to give you some insight, or he give you some humility on how to get out of crazy stuff that they get themselves in. Sometimes if it's a male hero, he's got to get out of his male hypocrisy. He's got to get out of that. So he comes out underhandedly in a humble manner. And he comes out witnessing, or should I say, he takes a quick moral inventory of himself. Captain America does that a lot. Captain Marvel does that all the time throughout the movie. You'll find that she not only does that, but she evaluates her enemies in the same light.
Mm-hmm. I think it's amazing how these Marvel movies have become such an easy way to parallel what's going on in real life, right?
Yes.
We could talk about the Me Too movement.
Okay.
We could talk about Time's Up.
Okay.
And we could talk about, females struggling for equal pay and equal rights. And I think that these movies really are a parallel, and Black Panther was especially, maybe even more so than Captain Marvel was, about, what it's like to be black in America.
Right.
It's like parallel, you know? So, like, we're learning through this entertainment, and it's pretty cool. And I think that's why it's great to cover it.
I think
It's so much fun to take you guys, and we could all see it together.
Right,
and that's great.
And like just like we went to, that's another perk that we went to see the Black Panther together. Mm-hmm. And this is the guy that told me more about Stan Lee. Okay, and we did an article on Stan Lee. I think you like Stan Lee too. Okay, so we really enjoyed the movie, and most of all, we enjoyed this magazine. We enjoy you giving us a magazine that we can sell and make money and make an honest living off of.
Thank you
and
very much.
We wanna encourage you to continue to bring us good products where we can give it to our customers. And if you don't have the Captain Marvel, go out and find you a street vendor and get you a Captain Marvel. But in the meantime, we're gonna watch this video and we're gonna wrap it up with the video. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching, everyone.
Thank you for watching.